Good morning. Happy October. This is our October meeting. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So we are going to start off with our numbers right now because they are absolutely boss numbers. Let's see. So last month we killed it. We had our best month ever. And this month, as of yesterday, we surpassed our best month last month with still like 7 days to go in the month, which is wild. And that is all of us coming together and just, I see so many of you growing in your leadership, maturing in your leadership, and just like stepping up. And it has nothing to do with me. I mean, obviously I work my own business, but you guys have totally stepped into your own goals and, you know, what you want to do with this. And we don't joke around when we say like this is the best time to get your business up and running because it just has a natural momentum in the fall. And so please capitalize on that. You guys, I'll go right here. Can you see this wing? I keep tucking it behind my ear. Look at it. Look at it. It came right back out. It's driving me. I can feel it moving and it feels like I don't know. Anyway, so you guys are crushing your goals. Like you guys are promoting. You're just, I can't even believe it. Honestly, you guys know that we are not here as volunteers and we're here to grow our own businesses independently. But you know, I've known you guys, the majority of you guys. Now it's getting hard to know everybody because there's so many of you. But now with all of you that I've, you know, seen and got to know and grow with from the beginning, it is one of my ultimate rewarding aspects of this business is because I know what it's done for me. And I can say it till I'm blue in the face. I'm like, you guys, you can do this, you can do this. But when I see you doing it, and when I know that you actually do see the opportunity, it blows my mind because I don't want to be the only one that experiences this, right? And I share all the things that I do because I want you to have whatever it is that you want as well. And I know you're capable because honestly, if I can do it, you can do it. Okay, so I'm just blown away by what you guys are accomplishing right now with things going on in life, with brand new babies, moving. Clearly, I'm talking about Michaela. I'm looking at Michaela's picture. So, you know, just having your own places. Everybody's trying to just do the best that they can. Good morning. Everybody's trying to do the best that they can. Remote learning, hybrid learning, working full-time jobs, paying off student loans. Like everybody is doing all of these things. And I see those of you that are the most busy succeeding the most in Scentsy, which is crazy because you want more and you're going to get it. I promise you. We can stick together and we're going to do it. I promise you. All right. So I'm going to talk about our numbers real quick. I do have an agenda. This isn't like fly by the seat of your pants and, you know, I'm going to blabber. Okay. So right now, our GWV is 90,730. Like that's not retail. So we're way over in retail volume, like actual money spent, right? Actual money that us and our customers have contributed to this GWV. It's over that. But 90,730, you guys, that's almost 100,000 GWV. Like we're going to break that. I think we're going to do it either this month because we're heavy closers. We usually close pretty heavy every month. And if not, I think we'll do it next month. But honestly, this is the thing. If we don't do it, it's okay because you know what? Our month over month has grown and grown and grown and grown. And I'm not putting any expectations on anybody. As long as you guys are happy with where your business is trending, I am happy for you. Because I see you guys. Like I can see it. I see it in your numbers. I check your numbers and I see what you're doing. So I hope you really are proud of yourself because that's what matters. It matters more than I'm proud of you or, anybody. You have to be proud of yourself. And I want you to celebrate all the successes along the way. Because if you're just focused on next goal, next goal, next goal, right? You're always searching. You're always searching for that next goal and what else to hit. And that's great. It's great to be that way. But trust me, from experience, right? You don't get to appreciate how far you've come if you don't celebrate the little victories. And I want you to do that. I want that for you. Okay. Because you guys are pretty amazing. We have a group size of 254, which is also amazing. So you guys, that's pretty big stuff happening right now. And it's not even the end of the month. And I will share the final numbers the beginning of November. Okay. So as always, this is a group. This is actually a group Zoom. So we have this meeting the last Sunday of every single month at 9:00 right here, right where we are. And it's just a great way to come together, hear updated information, and just kind of see what's going on, have our coffee together and chit chat. Okay. A few things that are going on that I want to talk about. Our Monsters Inc. buddies sold out. I didn't even get Sully. I had him in my cart like 3 times and I was like, this can't be happening. I'm like, this is a mistake. And I kept adding them and it kept saying like one of the items in your cart is no longer available. I'm like, no. I'm like, you guys, I just got on, like this has to be available. And it was gone. So those were like, but this is the thing with all collections. And for those of you that are new, collections are only, they're called LTO, limited time offer. And so that's only while supplies last. So they come and go quick. And trust me, that with Scentsy, Scentsy is in a major growth surge as a company. Major growth surge, which means more people are joining and more people are buying. So our collections don't last a hot second. I mean, they're literally here and then they're gone, which is good because it gives us a chance to create a sense of urgency with our customers. My customers have seen things come and go so many times and they've waited. Some of them have waited and been like, I'll message them. They say they want to get on my pre-order list. I message them. I don't get my Venmo, they don't Venmo me the money or they give me their credit card information. So I can't spot anybody money, right? I mean, I could, but I'm not going to do that. And so then they'll message me like 2 or 3 days after the sale was live and they're like, oh, can I get that, blah, blah. I'm like, girl, it's gone. Like it was gone. I didn't even get it either. So it's, bye. Now that stinks on one end, but now they know that these things come and go so quickly. If they see something that they like, they are going to hop on it. And they do that now. They don't waste like a minute. They're like, can I get this? I want this. And they'll Venmo me or give me their credit card information. So I know that it stinks, but always remember too, you guys, we have the catalog to fall back on. Don't forget about the catalog. Like we have all these collections and LTOs that come out, and it seems like every week there's a new one that they're dropping, which is only to help us with our sales and like in our business, right? So don't get upset when they go because that's what they're supposed to do, but it's supposed to help us, right? So we always have this to fall back on. This is the shining star. This is the shining star. Okay. We always have the catalog forever. So remember that there's so many awesome things in this. Resort to the catalog always. So with the Monsters Inc. buddies, from October 22nd until, which has already happened. If you don't know, now you know, it's October 25th. From October 22nd till the 28th, you can pre-order the Monsters Inc. buddies for $10 each. It's a non-refundable deposit for $10, okay? And you can put that deposit in for a pre-order, and they're not anticipating being able to redeem them until June. So make sure your customers know that, okay? I just had a customer yesterday, and she was like, did I miss it? And I said, you sure did. They're gone. But you can pre-order. And she did. And I was like, but listen, they're not going to be available till June. But she still wanted them. Okay. So that's one. Monsters Inc. Buddies, there's a second chance. Number 2, the NFL warmers are going to be available for sale tomorrow. There is going to be a queue system. Okay. Now, make sure when you guys are looking at the workstation, my seasoned consultants already know this, but it always states Pacific time. Sometimes it's Mountain time, but it's never Eastern time. So you have to calculate that on your own and know what time zone you're in. And so don't hop on the workstation at 9:30 in the morning Eastern and think that, be waiting for the queue. So if it's 9:30 to 10:30 Pacific time, that means it's 12:30 to 1:30 Eastern time, which is where most of us are. I do have some of you, spread out all over the place. But they're available tomorrow, and I think they're $45. Okay. So you guys, both of these things, if you're not talking about them and marketing them, then your customers aren't going to know. All right. So whatever it is in any aspect, product of your business, you have to be talking about the products and sharing them in order for your customers, in order to create interest for your customers. They don't know what we have unless you're talking about it. Okay. So if you're posting, product once every week, how many people do you think actually see that one post? People need to see, this is an actual fact, right? People need to see something 7 to 9 times before they are interested and want to purchase. 7 to 9 times. So if you're only posting about something once in a while, there's not a lot of people that even see that because of algorithms and all of those other things, right? There's only a very, very small portion of people. And maybe it's the people that, I don't know. But either way, listen, just make sure you're talking about it and sharing it. It's your job. It's your job. Have a social media plan. Okay. The last thing that I want to talk about, and I'm going to open this up at the end, but the last thing that I want to talk about is our world tour, virtual world tour registration is open. Okay. So that opened up. I'm just going to read you the information. It's $22 to register for virtual world tour. And so usually we have it in person. There's locations all over the United States. Okay. And we usually do big cities. So we've done Boston twice, we've done Maine, and there's consultants that lead the training and breakouts and, all different things. And I have done breakout sessions every single time. I don't know if I'm going to sign up for it this year, to be completely honest. Sometimes I just want to enjoy it myself and not feel all of that pressure, right? So we're going to do it virtually, and it's a 2-hour virtual training. Okay. So we have general session. It's on January 22nd, and it's from, wait a minute. Is this for real? For real? It says general session 1. Oh, it must open at, okay. Hold on. I'm just reading this, you guys. General session 1, 1:11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific time. So it must just start because they're all going to be pre-recorded. Okay, so it's going to open up at about 3 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. 1, 2, 3, 4 a.m. Eastern time. Okay, and then there's another general session. Okay, so they're pretty long. They're pre-recorded. It's pretty much all day of January 22nd. And it will be available for you, I'm sure, for about a month. That's usually what they do. Well, this is our first time doing a virtual world tour. And you know, just like Sensi Family Reunion, it's usually in person. And I'll tell you, there's nothing like it in person. There's nothing like it in person. You get to bond with your team. You get to see people that you don't usually see. It's awesome. And the World Tour is a smaller event of Sensi Family Reunion, pretty much. And it's broken up into like, you know, satellite locations all over the United States, and much cheaper. And it's only a one-day event. So because of coronavirus, we have to do what we can. So I really encourage you guys, for $22, if you want to grow in this business, I can't tell you how important it is to show up to events, to show up to calls, just like you're doing today, to show up to trainings. If your team leader, your director, you know, throws up a challenge for the month, you guys get involved. It's not going to hurt you. It's not a chore. It's going to help you learn more about your business. It's going to give you more experience. It's going to help you take action. Okay. I really, really encourage you guys. Like, one of the main reasons I feel like I grew so quickly is because I showed up to everything. And I have all that knowledge that I kept learning to pull from when I was training my team, when I was implementing it into my own business, right? I never sat there like waiting for my sponsor. I mean, I trained myself, you guys. My sponsor wasn't involved. So I just got involved as much as I could because I wanted to grow and I wanted to learn. So I took it upon myself to seek and learn the information that I needed. Okay. And everything changes all the time. You know, social media changes, life changes. I mean, everything changes constantly. The business, the way it's run, it changes all the time. So you have to evolve with it. So that means continuing to learn about your business. You are an independent business owner. Okay. It's not up to your sponsor, your director, your star director, or your superstar director to hand feed you information. Yes, we do that because we love you and because we want to help you grow, but that is not required. So if the most successful people that I've seen in this business have just gone and taken it upon themselves to just be proactive and go and look for information, because you know what you need for your business. So we have our team page, which there's ample amount of videos and trainings and posts. Type in a keyword on the team page. It will pull up whatever is on that topic that we've ever talked about on that page. You have the training center on the workstation. You have Sensi YouTube, which is how I trained myself, right? You have coaching calls that you can sign up for. There's a consulting call on every single week for every single one of you to get on. And then there's one for directors and above. So are you taking advantage of all of that? Are you showing up to, you know, Zoom calls and meetings and all that stuff? If you are, that's awesome. And you know what? It's gonna help you. It's you investing into yourself and your business, you guys. It is so, so dang important. Okay. So also, like, if you put emphasis on these things with your team, like if you put emphasis because you're showing up, whatever you do is what your team's going to do. If you're not showing up to meetings, if you're not talking about World Tour, if you're not, you know, watching videos on your own while you're making dinner, while you're putting, you know, making the kids lunch or whatever you're doing, then your team's not going to either. Whatever you put importance and emphasis on is what your team will. All right. So World Tour, it's time. It's open for registration. It's $22. I highly, highly recommend. Actually, that wasn't the last thing. The last thing that I want to talk about is our buddy drive. So we do this every year. This is our 4th annual buddy drive. We did it 2 years in a row to Boston Children's Hospital. And it was amazing. I mean, it's such a special, special cause. And it really, really, really means a lot to me personally. But because of the coronavirus and the heavy restrictions, I mean, they are a global hospital. Like they have children from all over the world. And so they really have to take precautions when it comes to, what they can take and what they can't. And unfortunately, they just can't take donations like that this year. So what I have decided to do is I am working with South Shore Hospital, and it's in Weymouth, Massachusetts. I'm on the South Shore in Pembroke, Massachusetts. And so that is my go-to hospital. It's where I gave birth to my children. They are affiliated with Boston Children's Hospital. And so they are going to be distributing the buddies on their pediatric units and the pediatric emergency room as well for Christmas. Nicole, did you decide what you're going to do or have a chance to talk to Janelle?
So I haven't decided yet because like I would so be willing to do it like up on the North Shore with Janelle, but I just feel like I don't know how to like organize something like that.
Okay, you and I can talk, but you're just pretty much going to choose the hospital and then contact the donation department, or there's like a life services department, and see if they're taking donations. They'll want you to describe what it is, and then they can determine. You set up a date. So what we are doing, if you're on the North Shore, you can still choose to do the South Shore, but you can also wait for Janelle and Nicole. They're just going to have to like make something happen this week, so we'll move one way or the other. But what I'm doing is for the entire, I've already started, but for the entire month of November, give or take, right? We're going to collect buddies.
Yeah, boo.
We're going to collect buddies, Scentsy buddies. And your customers can donate. Sometimes I have customers Venmo me, and they'll just Venmo me like $50, and I'll, just get whatever I can for buddies with the $50. I open up a party under my own name, and it says like, it'll say South Shore Hospital Children's Buddy Drive. Excuse me. So I have that open for the entire month of November. Okay. I don't close it. So it's open for the whole month of November, and customers can go on and place their order through my PWS, right? And sometimes they get the buddies delivered to their house and they'll drop it off to me. I also tell them, listen, in order to save on shipping, right? They can Venmo me the money. And at the end of the month, I will put the orders in for them, because I can have all those orders just come to my house, right? And they don't have to pay on shipping, right? So I will take all of their, either their credit card information, or they can Venmo me. I'll enter it in at the end of the month. And so I'm going to also get host rewards. And with those host rewards, I'm going to get more buddies. Okay. And so, Oh, Michaela.
Hey, I was just gonna give a recommendation to everybody. I made a free like Google form last night, so I'm gonna do the buddy drive as well, and then I'm gonna do scent circles, because I'm gonna give my commission from the buddies and like scent circle drive to the perinatal department of that deals with like behavioral and mental health at South Shore Hospital. I already discussed it with them for like during the buddy drive. I'm kind of like coupling them together, but I made a Google form to make it easy for my customers that like, if they're interested, bam, you click on this. Are you doing buddies? Are you doing scent circles? What's, your contact information? Are you paying Venmo to like do the free shipping like you discussed? Or are you going right on the website?
Awesome.
Because if you do, I want to send you like a thank you note.
Yes.
Do you want your name attached? Like all the things you just mentioned, I put them as questions. And if anybody wants to see it, just I'll put it on the Beantown.
Yeah.
So
Will you
like,
please
how to do it.
Yeah, post it. And so this is the thing with Google Forms, you guys. If you open up Michaela's form, you have to go and create it yourself, right? Like you can't like just copy and paste and send it. You have to go into Google and create
under
it.
your account to do it. Yeah,
but
which is cool because like
hers.
everything's saved there, and you can go back and look at the responses.
Exactly.
But like takes like 20 minutes to do, guys, but like it will save you so much time. Yeah, definitely. I did it before I like did my whole posting that I'm going to do tonight about it, just so I'm ready. Because when people message you, instead of being like, oh, what do you want to do? Be like, hey, just fill this out quick for me. Thank you so
Great
much.
idea.
And
Yep.
you're
And then
done.
you have to go back into your messenger and look at messages and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
blah,
And
blah.
I don't want to get confused. So
Oh
I have
yeah.
so much
And it
going
can,
on.
because you know what, you guys, this is a really successful drive. Like people,
Yeah.
if you've been with us for a while, like your customers know this is coming. My customers ask like in September, they're like, are you guys doing the buddy drive this year? And I'm like, yep, absolutely. So Michaela, that is such a good idea. Will you share that on Beantown so we can see?
I will. And just one other thing, if you think
Yeah.
it's early and you're like, oh, Colleen, why are you mentioning it this right now? I didn't push it as much like earlier or mention it to my customers because I was going like, oh, well, they really want to do this. Everyone's doing fundraisers, like got in my head. And I had people like afterwards, like Colleen said, being like, I want to donate. And I'm like, it's already over because it happened so quick.
It happens.
December 7th comes up so
It
quick,
does.
guys. So make
Yes.
sure you do your cutoff date, like with plenty of time. Like I made mine like the 22nd of November.
Exactly. And you just never know, because then you start
Yeah.
getting into shopping Christmas season with UPS and FedEx. And you guys, I've had packages delay. Like you just don't know. Just be prepared and give yourself some wiggle room, please, because I need to have the buddies in my hand on December 7th. And that's Monday, December 7th. So like, Jess is Michaela's director, right? But I'm closer physically to Michaela. So Michaela could drop off to me instead of driving all the way to Braintree, right? If you are closer to me, please feel free to just, we can discuss all of that at the end, right? But we'll talk. You're going to have director location drop-offs, okay? But we need to have everything. So that means you even need to be dropped off at your director or your closest location before December 7th. So talk about it. Literally, you guys, don't talk about it once or twice. I mean, talk about it multiple times a week, because people can donate $25. That's the cheapest. Buddy is like Lenny the Lamb, I think, is $25. And then they can go all the way up, right? So make sure that you're talking about that. The form that Michaela's talking about, I think, is amazing. So use that as a guide and then create your own. And you can send it to your customers. They fill it out and you're just going to get the response, and it's saved. Okay. It's going to be saved in your Google Drive. So that is such a good idea. I'm so glad she said that. Stay organized, because we always have over 200 buddies that we've donated. Over 200. I mean, that's incredible. That is absolutely incredible. And this is not a time, and none of you guys are like that, but this is not a time to like push your personal business. We're not putting business cards or information to follow up or reorder or anything like that. It's truly just to give more than you take. And it's something that we come together and we do as much as we can as one. Okay. So I can't stress that importance enough. It's giving back more than you take. Okay. And people it's the season. I mean, people should be giving all year long, just having that kind of giving spirit. But this is really the giving season. And November, like, if you think it's too early to be talking about Christmas, I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking about Christmas in September. I start Christmas shopping. I'm trying to make sure there's no little ears in my office. But it comes quick. It comes very quickly. Okay. So make sure your customers are seeing this information right in front of them constantly. Talk about it. When people are, you can even create something that when you write your thank you notes or when you're following up, it's part of your follow-up. It's part of, you have something to stuff in your samples or something. Like, talk about it. It's going to increase your own PRV. Yes, absolutely. But you're going to be a part of something much bigger than you. Okay. And individually, okay, maybe I could donate, 20 buddies, but together we can donate hundreds. So stay tuned for Janelle and Nicole, because they will decide and have to reach out to somebody on the North Shore if they want to do a North Shore, because we do have about a split right now of North Shore and South Shore of where our group is located. Anybody's more than welcome to do the South Shore. Absolutely, of course. But Janelle and Nicole are going to iron out details this week, 100%. Michaela? My cat is crying. If you can, it's because the dog is aggravating the cat. Michaela?
Yes. What's up?
Oh, you had your hand up.
Oh, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Oh.
That must have done it.
It's okay.
I'm trying to calm a child down. /
You're like,
ready for swim / listening to
oh,
you.
okay. Yeah, nope. I just wanted to make sure like you did. That's okay. All right, you guys, do you have any questions? Please ask me. Say it now or forever hold your peace. No? You don't? Also, just to reiterate, I'm going to make this quick. We are no longer adding people to Wickless Luster and Radiant Rockstars, okay? There's actually some stuff going on behind the scenes. Nothing bad at all. You guys didn't do anything wrong. Jen and Kristen love you. Like, it has nothing to do with anything. We are creating systems, and this is going to be the best for you as you start to grow. It's getting very confusing. People are falling through the quacks, the cracks, questions, comments, posts. I mean, it's getting chaotic because you know what? We're growing, you guys. And it's a good thing, but we've got to create simple duplication for everybody, okay? And that means being able to have one-on-one connections with each other, knowing, the stewardship of like who your leader is, who you can turn to, who you can ask questions. What is your team? What is your group? It's all very, very, very confusing sometimes, especially for newer consultants. So we actually, if you're on Radiant Rockstars, I probably missed you because I was asked to remove people from Radiant Rockstars and Wickless Luster, okay? Because Jen and Kristen want to be able to focus on their team. And team is different than group, okay? Group is everybody that falls under one person. And once that person builds directors, okay, those directors split off. And then whatever you're left with is your team, okay? And you have to focus on your team. And as you grow as a leader and you really want like a sustainable organization with residual income and build generations and generations of leaders, you need to continue to grow your team. You need to focus on your team in your front line, okay? So that is why we're doing this, and I will get more into it, but I just wanted you guys to know, and anybody that's watching the replay, you did nothing wrong. We're actually doing this for the better good of everybody, okay? So I want to show you and put my best foot forward of what you should be doing to grow as a leader and how we can make it as simple and duplicatable for you and everybody under you moving forward, okay? So there's no politics involved. There's no feelings involved. It's just, it is what it is. When this happens, this happens. Like when you become a director, you make your own team page, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so more of that to come. But let me check the chat because I see I see comments at least. Okay, perfect. No questions. If you have a question, unmute yourself. But I think that is it on my end. And Michaela did post the Google Drive. Okay, so again, you guys, you have to recreate the Google Drive in the questionnaire. You can't copy and paste hers. You have to go onto Google, create your own, and then you can send it to your customers. They fill it out. You're going to get an email saying that, you have a response, and they're all saved right there. So that like when you go to place your orders, right, for the Buddy Drive, then you can literally print them all out, or you can go through them one by one instead of going through Messenger, going through your emails, going through text messages, going through posts and comments on your customer VIP page. It's all in one place, right? And it's a system. Again, that's a system. It's an easy system where you can look to something and have it right on hand. All right. So happy October. We're going into November. It's going to go quick. Buddy Drive, Monsters Inc., What else did I talk about? NFL. We also have Christmas stuff that are some of the Christmas collection or the holiday collection that will be available in November as well. We talk about that as it comes. But World Tour, go register today, you guys. I want to see everybody show up. There's no reason why you can't. If you're busy on January 22nd, well, you know what? You can watch the replay. It's $22 worth of investing and growing. You can do it. Love you guys. Mean it. And I'll talk to you soon.